Hi, this is Alexis Garnaut-Miller from InnerHappinessMastery.com. I want to share another insight with you in this 4-part video series, and that is that for those of you who are perfectionists out there, perfectionism always equals depression. Because what happens is that in our mind, we've got a set way that we expect and want things to be, and when things aren't quite that way, then it causes a lot of internal friction and tension. Really, we have this sense of it being a bit of an illusion or delusion. We want something to be a certain way, but the reality is it's actually like this. So that in-between bit is this energetic tension that can really cause us a lot of internal chaos, chaotic thoughts, and therefore chaotic feelings, and therefore some behaviors that don't really serve us or reflect the truth of who you really are. So I'm going to give you a tip in this video, which some people are going to say, oh, that's going to feel a bit weird, but here it is. Happiness is about lowering your standards. And what I mean by that is, rather than you expecting things to be a certain way, that instead you simply accept the truth of how things are in that moment. And rather than forcing and striving and trying for things to be different than how they actually are, then we get into this acceptance of how things actually are. So perfectionism always equals depression. And for those suffering from symptoms of depression, remember, depression is just repression, repressing our true thoughts, repressing our true feelings. And underneath our feelings, what's underneath our feelings? Don't get deluded by the feelings. The feelings are just a signal to tell us that underneath the feelings, there are some unmet human needs. They're valid human needs that are bubbling up and calling for your attention by giving you a feeling and giving you some emotion, some energy emotions, so that you can wake up and pay attention. Pay attention to the truth of your body, to your authentic self. So depression is often where we've been ignoring those signals that are happening within us for a long period of time, to the point where we get into what's called learnt hopelessness or learnt helplessness. We feel as if we can't pay attention and get our feelings and needs met adequately. So we give up. And when we give up, of course that causes depression, because we're not being in our authentic flow internally, authentic to our true thoughts and our true instincts, gut feel, intuition, your internal guidance system. You're ignoring it. Maybe you're coming up with some health symptoms, health problems, illness, being unwell. If you've got that mantra that I'm always tired, what's wrong with me, those kind of internal mantras are simply a signal that we need to look inside of ourselves and pay attention to our authentic thoughts and our internal guidance system, which is trying to tell us something. We're on the wrong track. Or we need to tweak and adjust things internally so that we feel fantastic no matter what's happening in that very moment. So, a couple of insights. First of all, perfectionism equals depression. A way out of that is lower your standards. Instead of expecting things to be like this, just accept that they are as they are in this moment. You can always endeavor and take action for things to be different, but don't cause a lot of internal friction and energetic waste by wishing it was different. Just take a deep breath, let it go, and accept how things are in that moment. Maybe you've got some control stuff going on where you wish other people would do certain things and then you'd be okay, or the process would be okay. Okay, they're only human. And the remedy there, of course, is about communication. We have to then go and talk and coach people to the performance that we would like or prefer at work for things to be different. But in the meantime, don't waste your energy on anger or frustration or disappointment or wishing it was different. Just accept, okay, that's where it's at. And then we have a clear mind and clear heart to then take some adult responsible action, some mature action, to have a different conversation, to start to shape up a different result. Simple as that. So you're going to find on this 12-week Inner Happiness Mastery program, you'll stop wasting a lot of energy, because our emotional state diminishes and depletes and uses up a lot more energy than it needs to. So you're going to get over some of that feeling stuff. In fact, by the end of the program, you'll just see feelings as being the signal that they are to look a little bit deeper for some unmet needs, or to look up and understand, well, what thoughts of mine need to shift and change for me to be in authentic, happy alignment, peaceful, calm alignment right now. Another insight from this video is depression is just repression. Now, even if you've got a chemically diagnosed clinical depression, then the source of that is often going to be some experiences from the past that are affecting you biochemically now. It's a repression of the production of things like serotonin and dopamine and endorphins, relaxin, some of these really important happiness hormones for you to feel fantastic. And so over the course of the 12-week program, we go back and we have a look at some of the thoughts that are affecting the current patterns that you're rolling out. But we look a little bit deeper and we want to find, well, what was the seed? What was the seed of that pattern in the first place? What happened? You know, we're going to go back and have a look at significant emotional events that have imprinted a certain perspective, which has created a certain pattern, which keeps generating certain thoughts that keep you in this loop. We're going to break through that stuff because it is not serving you to keep repeating that holding pattern. You want to break out of that up to the next level of the game. And I know you want to, otherwise you wouldn't have got to this video. All right, so I look forward to seeing you on the flip side. Come join me on this 12-week program, because I can guarantee that your life will never quite feel the same again. But maybe you're a little bit scared of that. Oh, never doubt your own human potential, because everything you want is right there within you. We just have to use some more wisdom, some frameworks, some tools, some keys to help unlock everything that's already there. You know, you can be living the life that you want to be living. You can have the feeling state that you want instantly as you learn how to apply these tools that we go along. Namaste. So I've been Alexis Garnaut-Miller from InnerHappinessMastery.com. Lots of love to you, and I'll be seeing you again soon.